Good morning, ladies and gents. Today, your work is going to be situated all around this passage right here, and the passage is called herd behavior. Now, this passage is going to be really important for a number of reasons. Number one, it's going to be going into our next story. Next week, we're going to start reading a book together, and it's going to entail a lot of herd behavior in people. I've told you this before, last year especially. When you get a large group of people together, they start acting really dumb. Individuals are very smart, but whole groups tend to get dumber the larger they get. So we're going to be discussing a little bit about herd behavior today, reading a little bit about it with this article from Common Lit. Now, what I want you to do for today and the directions I want you to make sure you're hitting is I want to see your annotations. That means you need to take a picture of what you write on your article, and I want you to submit it in the herd behavior annotations assignment. All you have to do is literally just go to that assignment, click submit, pick which pictures that you took of your passage, of your annotations, and then turn it in. Now, how can you write your annotations if you're at home, if you're a VIP student? Well, that's a very good question, and there are 3 different ways you can do that. Or if you're at school, you can do one of these as well. Number one, very simply, is just write them out. Get some paper, and as you are reading, write down what you want to say. You can even draw arrows if you want to. You can make guesses if you want to. You can define words. You can do a whole bunch of stuff not on the screen itself if you don't have the physical paper. That's a very low budget, very easy way of doing it if you want to. Then all you have to do is take a picture of your notes that you took as you were reading and following along, and then you can submit that. It's a really easy way to have all of your notes onto one single page. Another way, if you are at home or if you're at school, you can literally just type out notes if you have a computer. You can do that by opening up a simple Word document. You can go to Google Docs, anything like that, and just type out your thoughts as you're reading. Another very simple way of doing things. And finally, if you have something like an iPad, or if you have like a 2-in-1 laptop like I have here, you can actually literally write out your notes on the screen if you want to. I know that's a great way of taking notes online if you want to. There are tons of free places where you can upload videos and actually manipulate and write all over them. I use an art one called Krita, Krita. If you want to use that one, you can. It's a little confusing at first, but you can actually write on the screen if you want to, on the page, and then save that file so you have your notes, and you can just send that back to me if you want to attach it as a file. There are tons of different ways that you can do that. Heck, if you're at home and you have a printer and you want to print the passage, do that, and then you can take a picture of your printed passage with your annotations on it and submit that as your work for today. The thing about these annotations, I really stressed them last semester, and I really want to see how well can you still do them after this large break. So I want you to really focus on doing really in-depth, very targeted annotations as you're reading. After you do those annotations, after you've written out those annotations, I want you to next do the questions to go along with it. They're really simple. There's very few of them, but I really, really, really want to see how well you do on the short answer questions. A lot of times, students will end up just writing a few little bits, a sentence maybe, to answer a short answer question. That's not what I'm expecting anymore. That was last semester. That was the elective credit semester. This semester is your actual English credit, and I'm not going to take that. If you only give me a single sentence or even 2 tiny sentences, you're not getting credit. I'm putting a 0 in and keep going. So I expect a lot more from you this year. The expectations are going up. They're all going to continue going up from here. After you finish both of those things, the annotations, the questions to go along with it, those are in the puzzle piece. Finally, after all of that, I want you to complete, there's a little bit of a questionnaire that I want you to complete. I want you to go and think about that today and finish it up because on Monday when I get back, I'm going to start doing interviews with each individual student so we can talk about how you answered those kind of interview style questions. I want to know how you can think critically about yourself. What do you expect of yourself this semester? Where do you want to grow? What do you want to do? What is going to interest you the most? So After you finish the herd behavior annotations, you take a picture of those and submit them to me, or if you're at home or you have a computer of some sort, if you've written over them and annotated them that way, turn them in. And then after that, you've done your questions. Give me really good, solid answers with those questions. If you don't answer them fully, you're not going to get any credit for it. And then you have your interview questions. After all of that, if you have nothing else to do for a while and you're bored, well, then if you want to, tomorrow I'm going to be assigning you a short story, just doing some of the preliminary basic work for a short story. So if you want to, you can go ahead and start thinking of like different characters you might want, maybe different settings, and just try to start brainstorming a little bit with that one. So ladies and gents, that's it for today. So you have those 4 things you're going to get done today: the herd behavior annotations, the herd behavior questions, giving me good answers for that one. Third, you're going to be doing the interview questions so that we can talk about that on Monday. And then finally, you also have a brainstorming session for your short story that we're going to start doing tomorrow. All right, ladies and gents, that's it for me. Y'all enjoy your day.